So, Corbin, before we share any other details, isn't someone really important here to potentially bring some greetings?
I have heard some rumors about that. Have you guys heard any names recently?
So, while those are hilariously fascinating suggestions, I think you guys are onto something. To give a formal introduction, let's invite up Liam, Kevin, and Kartik, three of the founding members of Hack the North, to give the official introduction.
Thanks, Corbin and Holly. So when we started Hack the North, when we started working on it in late 2013, our goal was pretty simple: to kind of make a playground for students to experiment with software in really creative ways. We decided to give them hardware, mentorship, and kind of any help they need to bring their ideas to life. But we never fully actualized the impact the event has made so far. And the amazing thing about this is that we've received tons of emails, people thanking us for their first internships, full-time jobs, the success of their side projects, and even starting companies that they started to work on at Hack the North. And it blows our mind that this is where we are now in such short time. And not only that, at this point in time, we've hosted about students from about 30 countries, including South Korea, India, China, Algeria, Egypt, and the US, and also London. So kind of it's amazing that you all are here, and we're super excited to see what you make over the course of the weekend, and we're super excited to see you guys make something out of nothing on Sunday.
So, believe it or not, we don't do these opening ceremonies things just to try to bore you to death every single year. Um, the Hack the North is actually like we think about it like a crafted experience. That we have a full team of 40 dedicated student volunteers who work on this over the past 8 months to really create this experience. Um, so every year we try to invite influencers to come and really empower hackers and get them open to creating and exploring their interests and really make the most out of this whole weekend. In the past years, we've welcomed visionaries like Sam Altman, Vinod Khosla, Commander Chris Hadfield, Sal Khan, Chamath Palihapitiya, to really inspire all of our hackers before you jump into the 36 hours. And this year is absolutely no exception.
So this year we have the honor of welcoming the Honorable Bardish Chagger, who is not only not only the MP for Waterloo, she's also the Federal Minister of Small Business and Tourism, and the first ever female government House Leader. Along with her, we also have Canadian members of Parliament Lloyd Longfield, Raj Saini, Marwan Tabara, and Brian May in the audience. And last, we also have a very special guest for you this evening. I'd like to ask you to all stand and please join me in welcoming our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau.
Hello, everyone! You guys psyched? You're up for a very, very big, busy weekend and not a lot of sleep. But come on, what a crowd! Are you ready to hack the North? Now, I want to start first by thanking the colleagues who are joining me here tonight, here with House Leader and Minister of Small Businesses, Bardish Chagger, as well as a whole bunch of members of Parliament. Thank you guys for being here and seeing what the future looks like, and the future looks great. And I was just chatting with Liam, Kevin, and Kartik. Actually, do you guys know that Liam dropped out of engineering? No. I would never recommend that. You got to stay in school and stay studying. But he ended up landing on his feet, and I sort of feel for him because, I have a couple of degrees, but engineering was one. Engineering was one I never finished, so I sort of dropped out of engineering as well. So you can end up on your feet, but it's easier if you have the ring, guys. So I was just chatting with them, and they wanted to make sure that we all give a massive shout out to the 40 or so student volunteers who are organizing this amazing weekend and making it memorable for all of you. So thank you, organizers. But I have to be honest, I'm really sort of jealous about the weekend you guys are about to embark upon. This might be old news to some of you, but I really get a kick out of this stuff. I always love to know more about what's going on in the world with STEM. I love to, fiddle around with gadgets. I love to try and push myself, challenge myself, meet new people, and figure things out. And you guys are up for a weekend of doing just that. I don't want to take up too much of your time in speeches, but I do want you guys to know a little bit about the thoughts that I have about what you're going through this weekend and the frame I want you to take on as you head into this. When I look around this room, I see young people who've proven their ability not only to adapt, but to thrive in a world that is constantly evolving, constantly changing, constantly being disrupted. I see quick learners, creative thinkers, and natural risk takers who are not only the leaders of tomorrow, but leaders today. I know that there's a lot of brilliant minds in this room and countless examples of innovators who didn't waste any time to leave their mark on the world. But I also know that an awful lot of us don't automatically think of ourselves as leaders. So I want to remind you, each and every one of you, that you are in a unique position to shape the future. That you have the tools not only to seize the countless opportunities brought by a new economy based on innovation, but to help others do the same. You have the power to enact positive change right here, right now. At its simplest, my friends, the world needs you to lead. We need you to tackle some of the most pressing challenges facing your communities, your cities, and your countries. Hack the North will give you a chance not just to let your imagination run wild, but to meet other people who can help you solve problems. Mentors, friends, and colleagues that will challenge you to take your ideas a step further. And that's what's so special about this hackathon. La collaboration est une compétence que vous allez non seulement développer en fin de semaine, mais qui sera essentielle à votre réussite future. On me l'a d'ailleurs rappelé ce matin lorsque j'ai rencontré l'équipe de Facebook à Montréal. L'un des principes fondamentaux de Facebook, c'est que nous pouvons toujours accomplir plus quand on travaille ensemble. Ils ne sont pas les seuls à penser comme ça. Les Canadiens le savent aussi. Ils savent que la diversité des idées, des opinions et des expériences mène à de meilleurs résultats. Those of you who didn't follow me, ask a Canadian what they said later. If they listened to their if they listened to their immersion French, they should have caught most of that. Diversity is our strength. Leaning on each other, listening to each other is at the heart of why Canada seems to be doing so well right now. Everywhere we look around the world, you see conflict, you see people pointing out differences between them and their neighbors, them and the people who live across the river or across the mountains or across the border or across the ocean. And instead, in Canada, we figured out the hard way through a lot of hard work and a lot of mistakes. The diversity, differences of opinion, differences in perspective, differences in background are actually an amazing source of strength and of resilience, of creativity, of challenging yourself and of pushing yourself further. And that's what's so exciting about Canada. That's what's so exciting about everyone who's in this room and engaged this weekend. And it's one of the reasons why making the AI announcement for Facebook this morning in Montreal, it just made so much sense to be drawing in so many big tech giants to Canada who are excited about the diversity and the strength and the will and the focus that we have on learning from each other, challenging each other, and doing better all the time. Companies like Google and Microsoft have chosen Canada because our people are educated, ambitious, and innovative, which is good news for all of you, but mostly because we know that when someone thinks differently from you, it's not a reason to push them away and not listen to them. It's a reason to lean in and figure out why and where they think differently from you. And if together you can figure out a new way of doing something, a new way of solving a problem, a new way of bringing positive influences to the world. That's what diversity is, and that's what I see throughout this room. So when you're starting a business or looking to change the world, remember that you can do both. right here in Canada. In fact, this is one of the best places in the world to do either of those things. Gone are Gone are the days when you needed to leave your communities to create a successful startup. Canada is brimming with innovation and talent, and you are all poised to benefit from it. And if you do decide to challenge yourself across the globe for more schooling, for better job opportunities, you'll do it secure in the knowledge that Canada will be waiting for you whenever you choose to come home or to make it your home. So dream big, work hard, and have fun. Most of all, enjoy the next few days and get hacking. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend. We're counting on all of you. Merci.